Over the weekend, popular women streamers Cinna, Emiru, and Valkyrae were approached by a stalker while they were out on a pier, live streaming a marathon. This led to tons of people giving them well wishes for safety, and also sparking a massive online debate about the situation, where certain people accused them of scripting it, and even some trying to claim the girls themselves instigated it. Welcome to the internet versus Cinna, Valkyrae, and Pokimane. Now, to give some context to this full story, we're gonna have to rewind to about a month ago to show why this entire thing even came to be. Pokimane made some comments that there are no big female streamers, like really big female streamers. And this started an entire debate, eventually leading to the marathon we're covering today. It starts when Dexerto tweets out, "Unfortunately, there aren't that many huge female streamers, at least not on Kai and Speed's level." Pokimane says that the streaming scene is becoming more male-dominated. Internet Hall of Fame replies, "Probably because Kai has done multiple streaming marathons and set numerous records. Speed has been touring the world, becoming the modern-day MJ, and she's released an overpriced cookie brand." An Optimist quote tweeted this saying, "Kai Cenat has a celeb on stream every other day it seems. He and Speed constantly do marathon streams and grind games. Meanwhile, 80% of female streamers we saw over the last 5 years were abusing hot tub metas or promoting OnlyFans accounts. I wonder why they're winning." Savina replies, "It's less about the OF girls really. It's that even the most successful girls are mostly just doing chill, palatable, ad-friendly content and not collaborating much. They aren't taking risks, chasing huge viral moments, big guests, PR stunts, subathons, attention-grabbing beefs, etc." An Optimist replies, "This is a good point, and Pokimane is a good example of it. She's rich and influential enough that if she wanted to match the energy these two put into their content, she could. She chooses not to, like many of these other millionaire female streamers. It is what it is." DJ replies to Optimist's post by saying, "That is not the reason there's no huge women streamers, Lamau. There's just as many men making BS content trying to clip farm. Difference is watching streaming in general is a male-dominated thing, and boys are extremely weird when it comes to women making it harder to be taken serious." An Optimist replies, "It's exactly why. There have been huge female streamers, Pokimane and Amaranth for example. What was Amaranth doing? Was she hanging out with Ronaldo or doing WWE? Nah, she was promoting an OF. You can't provide a single example of a male streamer abusing these metas either. Turns out people who want to watch live streams on Twitch/YouTube want to see video games, rappers, or actual live content not centered around a bikini." So this inspired two top female streamers, Cinna and Valkyrae, to start a marathon about 1 to 2 weeks later, when Cinna announced it and called it the Sis-a-thon. And of course, this got some support, but also some backlash when Twitch tweets out, "This Sis-a-thon with Cinna, Valkyrae, and featuring Pokimane has been such a vibe, we had to get in on the action." And they attached this clip of them gifting them.
Ooh! Wait, did Twitch just gift?
What? Twitch?
Did you want Twitch?
Thank you so much.
What, 2?
Yeah, Cinna wanted one.
Oh, thank you.
want
Twitch with 100 gifted subs. I'm so sorry about complaining about the app yesterday. I apologize. Please forgive me. I'll never do it again. Twitch, thank you so much for the 100.
100 is great.
Thank you for 100 gifted, Twitch.
Endymion quote tweets it saying, "You see what I mean? Kai Cenat had whole Batman costumes, sets, he had a guy running around as Robin, playing games, having fun. What do these women do? Come watch us sit down with our permed hair while we eat. Please give us free money. How people can watch this in the first place, I have no idea, man. Lowest effort content creation imaginable on display here. And Twitch is promoting it too. And the interactions are abysmal. Jesus Christ. Make streaming great again." J-Bots replies, "They all look like the same person." And Indy says, "I didn't even recognize who was in the middle till I read the name." Matthew replies, "Yet you're following all 3 of them." And Indy says, "I followed Cinna by accident, but the other 2 never, lol." And Matthew says, "No, you just unfollowed them when people called you out." Replies by saying, "Cause this is what girls like? I don't think Kai and these women have the same target audience." This then led Drama Alert to post the tweet we just read by Endymion with the caption, "Pokimane and her clones are starting to get called out for their behavior." Mike replies, "Imagine thinking Kai is any better." Alex says, "I think this clip is cute and fun, and I enjoyed watching it." Mari replies, "There's multiple kinds of content across multiple streaming platforms. You cannot shame people who like watching their content. No one is forcing you to watch it." Trentinel replies, "You left out the parts where Cinna ended him in her response." And Lavo replies with a screenshot of the response which says, "Kai has production teams and is able to do amazing sets beyond my level, and he's awesome when he does. I built this set by hand, planned every guest, had every segment set up, and you choose to judge off one segment where we were sitting down. We've done boot camp, hired a fine dining chef to turn us into one, cook-offs and IRLs, things tailored to women creators for positivity, and even collabs with some of the biggest male creators in the space joined loving to be friends with us. And you choose to judge off one clip and compare to put women creators down when we did the first female duo marathon. Fuck right off and shut the fuck up. She continues her tweet saying, if you choose to find low content moments when we spend the other 8 to 9 hours doing so much to support a weird ass opinion like this, when we've done so many awesome things, bro, you can't be helped. Mighty Keith replies by saying, the guy's a loser who failed at making Dark Souls content, so he pivoted to ragebait vids for games he feels aren't made for him. He spreads misinformation constantly and has a habit of blocking people if they call him out on it. Krinios replies to Cinna by saying, it's so weird of him to pretend like 99% of subathons before 2023 were not people just sitting in their rooms for an indefinite amount of time, lol. Why is it a problem now just because the most sub 2 streamer can afford production like that? Doesn't mean everyone can. Brooke replies to Cinna by saying, not to mention plenty of other men doing marathon streams that aren't production level and not a word was said. Valkyrae responds to Cinna by saying, I think our streams are great. And Pokimane replies to Cinna by saying, couldn't have said it better myself. Ranbu says, people think that every stream has to now be this professionally produced, insanely high budget thing just for it to be appreciated are so dumb. Just because the work that was put in wasn't done by a huge team doesn't make the work any less impressive. Y'all are doing great. Courage replies, clown him. You and Valkyrae have been crushing it. Kate Bush's ex-husband replies with these images and says, his entire existence is making videos where he reads from a low-effort script in a monotone voice about games being woke and gay. NMP Lol replies to Cinna by saying, get his ass. And Gabriel McCann replies to him by saying, says the female content doormat for hire. You ever gonna find your balls, Nick? And Nick replies with his profile picture and says, yeah, soon as your hair starts growing back. Then the marathon with Cinna and Valkyrae took a dark turn when Fearbuck tweets out, a stream sniper just threatened the lives of Valkyrae, Cinna, and Emiru and chased them down on stream, and attaches this clip.
Yes, please.
Oh god.
Oh God, yes, that is. Can I sing for a change? A change for the better, as you would say?
Okay.
And the change would be for her number.
Oh.
If you'd like it, can I get your number?
I don't have a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, put your number in mine.
I don't know how to use a phone. I'm sorry.
Wait, so I'm gonna keep following her. I'm gonna keep following her.
Not another one. No! You're gonna have to get in line. There's too many stalkers.
That's not how you really
Fuck,
riz.
bro, what the fuck?
That's not the riz.
Get behind me. Okay. Oh my god.
Kendrick,
Are we getting churros?
Kendrick, add it into the list.
Do you want some sunglasses? You like these? Incognito time. Stand behind me. I don't like. I'm gonna keep following her.
Yeah.
Where's your little Glock? I mean the lighter.
I'll beat him if I have to.
Forgot we're in public.
No, I'll beat him.
I mean,
That's good.
I think we're just gonna go.
Let's go. Oh, no, we're not.
What's up, bro?
Hey, excuse me?
No! Emily, no!
Hey,
Stop!
whoa.
Let's fucking fight right now.
What?
Right.
Get away from
now.
Security!
He's harassing us.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Right now. Kill you right now.
Fuck off.
Kill you right now.
Security, please.
Security! Is somebody threatening to kill us? Him.
Security, guys, I got it. Can you let us inside?
He then follows up with an update that shows a pinned message they put on their Twitch, which just says we are okay, heading home with police. Mike Maljack replies to the clip by saying, between the three of them, why can't they get a damn security guard? They make mad bread. RealRxAFC says, victim blaming. Street Gum replies to Mike by saying, it's 9 p.m. on a Sunday night and they went to the pier just for an hour. It wasn't planned. Ludwig replies to Mike by saying, it would be tough to imagine a less helpful thing to have tweeted out in response to this. And Mike says, really? Really? I'd imagine a security guard would be extremely helpful in this situation. And Transcriptive replies, I think they've realized that. If only they had a time machine, that would be more helpful. And Mike says, I know, right? Ugh. It really takes a scientist to imagine that 3 defenseless famous girls might need a security guard out at night on the most dangerous pier in the world. And more so, how disrespectful and unwoke of me to recommend it. Ugh. And Aryaman says, the second I saw the video, my first thought was what you just tweeted. And Mike replies, obviously. Who replies to the original clip with this picture of the stalker in the caption, this is him. Icy Snipes replies by saying, threatened to take her life over a phone number. This MF gets no play. Global Statistics says, cameraman and security are both useless. What the fuck were they doing? And Tom replies, you talk like you would have done more. Also, the cameraman isn't paid to risk his life. Lastly, he did as much as he could without risking his life. Body blocking, and it sounds like he may have gotten into a tussle again before the audio cuts, but no cam. Also, sadly, security guards are typically not trained or paid enough to actually intervene with these types of incidents. I assume they are like security at casinos. They can try to escort a person out, but have to call police for any real threat. Not paid to get involved. Mooney quotes the clip and says, just say no. Men can't handle rejection without threatening women's lives. But female streamers have it easy, right? Fuck off. Genuinely disgusting behavior. Jasmine says, just ignore them. Doesn't work when they're literally hunting you down in real life. Industry Plant says, correction, some men. Scuba Ryan also tweets out the same clip, and Phase Your Rage replies by saying, these the type of dudes you shoot in the head. Oh, Florida. And Ryan says, actually insane. All over Emiru declining to give out her number. Yoxic replies, I can't even to have fun anymore without people unironically wanting to hurt you. Pokimane quoted Scuba Ryan and says, I am once again begging the police to take stalkers seriously. People shouldn't be allowed to act this way and get away with it. Gustavo replies, one is a big celebrity that has been in TV shows, and the other 2 are fairly well known also. 3 famous people and no security seems like asking for trouble. Yes, in a perfect world, security wouldn't be needed. Sadly, they need at least on security when doing IRL streams. And Pokimane replies, stalking is equally an issue for girls who aren't publicly known. We're lucky to have access to resources to better protect ourselves, but many don't. And the fact that the police doesn't help until something's already happened is just ridiculous. Cutie Cinderella quoted Scuba Ryan and says, the worst part is now you go to the police and they won't do anything. You try to file a report, they tell you to do it online. You do it online and they reject it. Rinse and repeat. There is no help. It's terrifying. My heart goes out to everyone involved. Tiki B replies saying, due to the vocal threat saying he'd end someone, he should be charged with a felony. And he attaches this image talking about California Penal Code. And Cutie Cinderella replies, they won't. He didn't say when or how. I've been through this. Trust. It's fucking insane. And Ruli replies, even with someone literally lunging at them while he's saying it on camera? That's crazy. And Cutie Cinderella says, I can't disclose too much for my own safety, but yes, there needs to be change made, but it's impossible to even know where to start. B quotes the clip by saying, when we say no, we're a bitch. When we say yes, we're too easy. When we're too mean, we're the problem. When we're too nice, we let him on. When we ignore him, we think we're better than him. When we're scared, we're being dramatic. No matter what we do, it's wrong and it's never enough. And this is why we say all men, because we never know which one will turn dangerous. We can never be too careful. We've never seen what happens when we let our guard down. Like, it's exhausting. Howling Mutant replies by saying, I'm so fucking tired of men acting like this. Fuck. Hano says, women can't do anything right in the eyes of misogynists because they hate us. They hate us because we are women and view us as subhuman. And Yalk replies, a girl who's flexing her nudes online. Okay, BRB also tweeted out the clip, but it is now deleted. And Sean quote tweets it by saying, this happening right after a campaign to paint these same streamers as untalented and low-effort creators is not a coincidence. Shit like this adds to the culture, referencing an Optimist tweet that we read earlier, and so does shit like this, referencing the Endymion tweet we read earlier. And the same clip farming Twitter pages that were perpetuating this narrative about women streamers are now running around saying how crazy this is. Like, you are a part of this shit too, broski. Drama Alert also tweeted out the clip, and Hunter quotes it by saying, not saying this is your fault, but you and other clip accounts are certainly not innocent when it comes to inciting misogyny and harassment against these women. And attaches some Drama Alert tweets where they said things like, Cinna complaining about doing basic work while also downplaying Kai Sinet's success, the Pokimane and her clones tweet we read earlier, A tweet about Ice Poseidon's friend claiming that they all scripted the stream sniping threat, and Jaden replies by saying they'll never take accountability for their negative influence. Arwa Cat quotes his drama alert and says, "Oh, get the fuck out. Just the other day you were fueling the harassment and posting a tweet criticizing the girls' low effort content for sitting at home." Rin tweets out these two photos of the stalker and says, "The piece of shit scumbag who attacked Cinna, Valkyrae, Emiru, Emily, and Rosie is the same guy they took a photo with earlier, and he changed his clothes later. What a damn loser." Sync replies, 100%. "I just watched the stream back to check." And Rin says, "Yeah, I tried getting a good screenshot that shows his earrings when they were at the bridge. You can see a bit of it." And Fakale says, "The mustache plus hair is a dead giveaway too." And Rin says, "I hope he got arrested." Pokey Sage tweets out, "Holy fuck. People need to remember streamers are not your friends. Get mentally evaluated if you ever consider doing some weird shit like this. Praying for Cinna, Valkyrae, and Emiru right now. This is actually insane." She also follows up her thread saying, "Apparently the man in question took a photo with the streamers prior to the assault and proceeded to change shirts, and then the following events occurred after." And they attached this clip that Changing Guard posted with the caption, "He literally changed his outfit and came back."
No way. Yo, can I get a picture with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's get a picture. Wait, but can I rap to you real quick?
For
Nice
it.
to meet you. Hi.
My name's Russell.
Hi, nice
Hi,
to
Ray.
meet
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Hey,
Emily, could you take
Rosie.
a photo?
Rosie, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
My name's Russell.
Russell.
She can take a pic.
Oh, we can't because we have a.
We actually,
stuff to do.
we're on a time
What's
limit.
up?
Yeah,
you gotta
we're
do?
on a time limit.
There's no
So.
time frame.
Did you want to pic?
Oh, sorry. Excuse us.
Sorry.
Do you need a photo?
Oh yeah.
Why do they say rhyme?
Together.
Because his name's Russell.
Did you call me Russell?
No, his name is Russell.
Oh.
She's had a long week. I had a long
I
week.
am running on like 3 hours of sleep. Please forgive me. My brain is actually like lagged.
All right, fuck. Let's take a picture. Fuck it, let's get one, Rosie. Come on.
Cute.
Okay.
Rosie too.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks, Russell.
Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good night. Oh, he's so sweet.
Russell's a nice guy.
Oh, that's why they're saying rhyme.
That's the best Russell I've met.
Aw.
Then the girls all posted responses on Twitter, first starting with Ray when she says, "We are all okay and have been with police. We decided we are done with the marathon and need time to process. Thank you for all the love and support this past week. We had so much fun and hope you all enjoyed. That end of marathon brunch stream we had planned tomorrow with friends will be rescheduled to sometime in the far future. Please send love to Emiru, Cinna, Rosie, and Emily. Everybody is in shock, but I'm so glad we're together." Lugnug replies, "Still a W stream." And Ray says, "Thank you for the cookies." Jason the Ween replies, "Hope you're okay." And Ray says, "Please be safe IRL streaming." Brooke replies, "So glad you guys are okay. Also glad you guys are taking time for yourselves. You both crushed it on the marathon. Sending all the love in the world." SK says, "I'm so glad you're all okay. I loved seeing all the updates on the Sis-a-thon. Thank you for keeping on doing what you're doing despite all the crap you have to deal with." Tina Kitten says, "I'm so sorry you went through all that. It was so scary and enraging. Thank goodness you guys are safe. The marathon was so incredibly comforting and fun. Thank you so much for the hard work. Rest easy." Iron Mouse replies, "I'm so glad you girls are safe. That was frightening. I'm so sorry you had to experience something so terrifying. Please take time and be safe. I'm sending you all lots of love." Katamina says, "Oh my god, that's terrifying. I'm so sorry you guys had to go through that, and I'm glad you're all safe." FaZe Banks replies, "Stay safe. That was fucked." And lastly, Foosley says, "Man, I'm so sorry it had to end like that, but so glad that y'all are safe. W Sis-a-thon." Cinna also replies to the situation when she tweets out, "Hey everyone, we are safe. Unfortunately, we have to end the marathon and need time to process what happened as we are shocked at the moment. Thank you for all the love and support on the marathon. We love you all." To add, Rosie and Emily did everything they could to separate us, especially after the clip. Please send them love and thank yous for all they did. They are amazing. Valkyrae says, "I know we are sitting by each other, but I just want to say I love you and I'm so proud of you and wouldn't have changed this marathon at all. Thank you for doing this with me and I can't wait for the next one." And Cinna replies, "Same to you, Ray, even though I'm across from you right now. I love you and love Emmy for coming. Love Rosie and Emily for helping us. Sis-a-thon was so fun. Thank you for doing this with me." Quacky replies to Cinna by saying, "So sorry you even had to deal with that. It's so disgusting. Super glad everyone is safe." Fan says, "Happy to hear you guys are safe. Please take care." Cinna also quote tweets her thread when she says, "This shouldn't need to be said, but for anyone searching for the guy, please don't harass them. Just let us reach out to the police and handle it with investigators. We don't want a false match to cause harm to anyone and want to make sure we take the precautions to find the guy the right way. Thank you. For added clarification, send the info to me/my team if you have any. We're getting the police a ton of info and also making sure we can press maximum charges. Don't even feel like I have to say this, but holy fuck, some of you are terrible human beings, and having to be harassed by this while we are in absolute shock at an attempt on our lives is fucking insane." Rosie as well also tweets out, "Just want to let everyone know that everything is okay and everybody is safe." Emily tweets out, "We're all fine, thanks everyone for checking in." Emiru also responds when she tweets out, "I'm sorry for not saying anything sooner. I've just been in shock. For those who don't know, I was streaming with Ray and Cinna last night and a man asked for my phone number. I turned him down and he started following our group and threatening to end us. I wish I could say this was some kind of 1 in a million incident, but the truth is, it is not. This is what life is like for girls. I hope if anything, people see what happened and realize how much of a reality it is for women and content creators as a whole. I will forever be thankful for Cinna, Ray, Emily, and Rosie for how they handled the situation and speaking about what we dealt with. They deserve so much love and support." Creekcraft replies, "Glad y'all are okay. That looked terrifying." Cinna replies, "Love you, Emmy, and you're such an amazing friend. We went through this together, and I hope all can learn from this and we can move on together. Love you so much, and it meant the world you came to hang out with us." Ray replies, "We went through this together and we'll recover from this together. You're such an incredibly sweet human and we will protect each other." However, the whole internet wasn't all on their side when the Whatever podcast quote tweeted one of Ray's posts and said, "His conduct was unacceptable, but why are you guys excluding the part where Emily threatened to beat him up and asked to be mean to him and you all said yes? That's pretty inculpatory. Emily 100% needlessly escalated things." Then he quotes a video which we're about to watch here in a second, where it starts off with Emily saying, "I'll beat him if I have to. I'll beat him. I'll beat him. Can I be mean to him?" And Valkyrae says, "Yeah, you can. You have permission." And Emiru says, "Yeah." And then Emily, while smiling, says, "Yay." He then continues by saying, "Then Emily leaves the group and she walks over to him. Given the prior conversation with the girls, it's fair to assume she went over and started chewing him out. We clearly hear Emily say, 'I'll fucking deck you.' If the mic had more clearly picked up the rest of what she said, I'm sure it would be even more inculpatory. And even you guys were telling Emily to stop. A word of advice, don't approach strangers and threaten them with physical violence." With the recorded proof of Emily threatening violence multiple times, the guy may actually have a pretty solid claim here of self-defense. If you go out in public and you're the biggest streamers in the world, people are going to interact with you, regardless of gender. In any case, I am not excusing his conduct, which may very well have been super creepy and unacceptable, but Emily 100% instigated and escalated. And he attaches this section of the original clip, which was edited out.
I'll beat him if I have to. Forgot we're in public. No, I'll beat him. Can I be mean to him? Yeah, you can. You have permission.
Yeah.
Maybe we should just go.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe we should. Yeah. He's getting a little closer. That's oh. Ready?
Let's do it.
I think we're just gonna go.
Let's go. Oh, no, we're not.
What's up, huh?
Hey, excuse me?
No!
Security?
Emily, no!
Hey,
Stop!
Whoa.
Let's fucking fight right now.
What?
Right.
Get away from
Hey, what's going on?
Security!
He's harassing us.
Burnt Biscuit replies, "XQC broke it down and she said, 'How fucking desperate are you?' Listen to it again, it definitely fits better. I think being confrontational in a public space with security nearby is better than letting a stalker follow you to a less public space like your car in the parking lot." And whatever says got a link, and he attaches this YouTube video with the timestamp of about 7 minutes, which I'll play for you guys right now.
I think we're just gonna go.
Let's go. Oh, no, we're not.
I'll fucking clap or slap or something.
I'll fucking fight you. I'll fucking.
I think we're just gonna go.
Let's go. Oh, no, we're not.
It sounds like.
I'll
Eck.
fucking deck you, bro.
Oh, that's. See, pause.
Oh, how fucking desperate are you?
Wait, what?
Apparently that was it. It's not I'll fucking deck you, bro. It's how fucking desperate are you?
Hey.
Oh.
I think we're just gonna go.
Let's go. Oh, no, we're not.
Yeah.
No, she didn't make a threat. She said, how desperate are you? That's not a threat. Hold on.
Whatever Podcast makes another tweet where he continues talking, saying, "Why do all the clips about this situation conveniently exclude the below?" Ranting that he was being creepy. The video shows that your friend Emily walked up to him when he was standing 20 feet away doing nothing and she started instigating. You gave Emily the green light to go be mean to him. She chewed him out and threatened physical violence. Yeah, he was being a creep. He was also standing far away alone while you were 5 deep snickering about wanting to be mean to him and beat him up. The whole situation would have been avoided if your friend didn't go out of her way to walk up to him and run her mouth. I know not to run my mouth to strangers in public, especially if I've already marked them as a possible threat. Emily escalated. Point blank period. Had nothing to do with rejection. Total feminist fake narrative victim spin. Frogger the Noob says, "Crazy opinion, but both parties can actually be wrong in situations." And whatever replies, "Yes, I agree. I have criticisms of the guy's conduct, but they are doing a very unfair spin and omission of the situation." Legal Mindset replies, "Very deceptive edit to leave this portion out." Shortcake replies to whatever by saying, "This guy isn't giving the full context," showing the entirety of the clip we watched earlier. And whatever says, "No, this clip isn't giving the full context because it cuts out the part in the middle." And Lucas replies, "It gives better context than your out of context clip, Lamau. This manic guy would have continued to follow them had he not been confronted. Do you think that somehow this is a safer alternative than what occurred? Because that's bullshit." And Alex replies, "Yeah, he even said he's going to follow the group after getting rejected." Valkyrae then makes a separate tweet where she says, "Honestly, fuck all of you for blaming our employees for not doing enough. Our team worked so hard to help us with this marathon and did their best for being put on the spot. No means no. You're not entitled to anybody. The fact this man threatens our lives after being rejected while we were in a group, in public and live on stream, just shows the harsh reality women live in. This happens off camera to women all the time. Seeing accounts that have harassed us for a 10-second clip of downtime during a 24/7 marathon, accusing us of just begging for subs, women do nothing, to then farming engagement from this stalker situation while we IRL stream has been so sad to see. Seeing accounts accusing my friends and I for faking this and blaming us instead of questioning the man's behavior has been embarrassing to see. I've learned it doesn't matter how much I accomplish in this industry or how much I try to gain respect. Some men will hate women and blame women no matter what the situation is. While it may be discouraging, I hope anybody reading this does not quit doing what makes them happy because of misinformation/hate. As you can see, some hate is inevitable. The clip doesn't show the rest of what happened after we cut the camera, but I feel what was shown was important to witness. I'm so relieved we are alive and will be even more cautious and safe in the future. I hope other women and streamers learn from seeing this interaction and also be aware that this can happen to anybody, anywhere. Stay safe. Choco Bars replies by saying, "People blame victims because it gives them a false sense of control and they want to believe that if they just do everything right, bad things won't happen to them. But that's not reality. The only person responsible for what happened is the stalker. You shouldn't have to alter your life just to avoid someone else's harmful actions. You guys did everything you could in a terrifying situation. Anyone who shifts blame onto you guys is ignoring the real problem and making the world less safe for others." Cinna replies to Ray by saying, "Love you, Ray, and fuck anyone saying this shit is fake or Rosie or Emily didn't do enough. When your lives are threatened, you go into fight or flight. We did that and screamed for help." The clip shows about 50% of the altercation and the other half was even more horrifying. Rosie and Emily aren't security and risk their lives to get between him and us. Rosie pushed him and Emily confronted him to stop it. We did what we thought was right while someone was threatening our lives. And Ray says, "The way Emily was so prepared to fight this man even though he kept reaching into his pockets will be scarred in my memory forever. They tried to protect us and were so brave. Can you and Rosie stay with us?" Emily replies with this gif in the caption, "Stand behind me, Valkyrae." Adrian replies, "You could tell Emily wasn't having none of that BS. She knew before anyone that something was off. She needs to be praised." Valkyrae and Cinna still ended up going live after this situation when Fearbuck tweets out them addressing it with the caption, "Cinna and Valkyrae cry while talking about the aftermath of when the stream cut off and they had to run to a shop to hide from the stalker." And he attaches this clip.
He kept running and trying to get something out of his pocket. And like I said, like you guys, when that clip cuts off, like we had to run into a store screaming that somebody was going to kill us so that somebody would step in and let us in the back. And we were lucky that one of the workers who was not like questioning us actually like believed us and he put us all in the back. And they're panicked. They didn't know what to do, so they tried to bring us behind the buildings to help us, but we didn't know where he was. I think when we went in the store, he backed off because it was a lot of people. And so we don't know where he was. We didn't know where he went, and we had to beg the workers to hide us because they kept trying to tell us that it's not their fault, but they kept trying to get us to go back around where it happened and saying that he was gone, but we said we didn't know if he was gonna come back. And so we had to hide in a shed for 15 minutes until the cops came.
The Lakers replies, "We let her down, man." And Alex says, "This shit got me frying. Fuck is we supposed to do?" And the Lakers says, "I can tell if your order gets messed up, you send your girl to sort it out." NyQuil says, "How about call the police? Like, they never have bodyguards and then never call the police." And Cassidy replies, "So did you miss the part where they said they hid for 15 minutes until the police came, or?" And NyQuil says, "Not gonna lie, I didn't watch the full clip." Roderick Gale replies, "This shit actually frustrates me. The fact they had to run. In that initial video, there's so many people around just watching/ignoring the situation. I don't know, but at least in my city, if someone calling for help, someone's gonna come over and help. Never mind the fact it's a group of women shouting for help. That dude would have gotten restrained by like 20 Irish dudes calling him a and a scumbag, holding him till the police arrived. Hope the girls are okay. I don't watch them or care for their content, but no one deserves to have this happen." PokiSage tweets out, "Following the recent events with streamers being attacked live on stream, Pokimane opens up about her stalker experience. She went on to say that stalking is more common than we think, and at least now she has the resources to do more about it, but she understands the fear for women." And they attach this clip.
I looked, we found out his username, so I looked through the DMs that he was sending me on Instagram, and it was a bunch of really sexual, inappropriate, weird, threatening-y stuff. And so once this person was close to my house, spoke to one of my roommates, obviously I had logs of them messaging me for weeks and weeks and weeks, and they seemed, to be honest, very mentally unwell. I called the police and I was like, "Hey, there is someone very close outside my door, and I have all these messages from them, and I'm very scared, and blah, blah, blah." And the police was just like, "Well, let us know if they do anything." I said, "Oh." And so I just streamed the rest of the night because I was so scared. And I was like, well, if anything happens, at least I'll have evidence on camera because I'll be streaming.
Sar tweets out, "Poki shutting everybody up for victim blaming Ray and Cinna," and attaches this clip.
Why not get security? Would it have been better if they had security? Sure, but do plenty of streamers IRL stream themselves all of the time without security? Also, yes. So it's very easy for them to be like, well, so many other people do it, surely we can do it too. Of course, now moving forward, I'm sure they will have security, but you bringing that point up is just so victim blamey. It's obnoxious. It's really, really obnoxious. When something terrible happens to someone and they don't deserve it, you don't start thinking about what they could have done to avoid it. You just say, "I'm so sorry that happened to you. You don't deserve it." And maybe we should focus more on the person that did it than the person to whom it happened to.
Equinox replies, "I hate the people saying that security shit. Sure, they can afford it, but what about the rest of the women in the world? Everybody can't be walking around with security, nor could they afford to, or want to." And Sar says, "Exactly. They're running their mouths claiming that as if it could have prevented the situation, but unfortunately, this is recurring reality for most women." T replies, "Having security would have prevented this situation. You're talking out of your ass now. AMP security has stopped numerous people from getting into their house. What do you think security is for?" Tom replies, "If this is so reoccurring, they would have had security by now. They would have already learned this lesson. If this is common for them, then they are intentionally putting their employees in harm's way." And that's what the internet's had to say so far. We'll let you know if there's any updates to this story, but I'll see you next episode.